All right, what's going on? Welcome back, everybody, to Rome, and we're in the semifinals for the ladies, and Gauff's taking on Cirstea. This is a great matchup. They played in Madrid last week. Coco was sick, fought back, as she often does when she's in adversity, as we've seen this week. One of the best fighters on the tour, and she is taking on Cirstea again. Cirstea's had a great week, taking out Noskova, Sabalenka, of course. Just took out Penko as well. So she's having a phenomenal season. Of course, it's her last season. She's retiring at the end of the year. So really, really good season so far, and having potentially a career best season, because if she does win this match, she will be in the top 20 for the first time in her career, which she has surprisingly never been in the top 20. Now, 21 is her career high ranking. She's currently at 21. So if she does lose this match, she's likely to get to a career high ranking after Roland Garros, depending on results. But yeah, if she does win today, she will go into the top 20 for the first time ever, which, as somebody who's 36 years old, she's got to be the oldest player to make their debut in the top 20 ever. She's got to be. But she has to win this match against Coco Gauff, who she has lost all 3 matches to, including 2 matches this year, one in Miami, one in Madrid. All their matches have been 3-setters. So that's fun. And that bodes well for us for today. But how are we doing, chat? How are we doing after that Sinner match? Are we ready for more? And then, by the way, tonight we've got, 4 hours? Medvedev, Lanelucci, and then we've got Swiatek versus Federlina in the second semi-final. Really hoping for Sinner Medvedev semis. Yeah, me too. Just for the lols. Just for the fun. Just for fun, you know. Just for the laughs, you know. And the memories. The good times. Like both ladies, I can't choose. Okay. Excited for today? Yeah. Should be a good day. What happened to Hadar? Just ran out of steam. Just ran out of gas. Here to witness Cirstea moving to the final. Okay. How worried should be physically Sinner? He said try to recover as much as possible. Okay. He's got a day off, so... Oh, sorry, he's got 24 hours, so he'll play tomorrow night, so... Cirstea is having a great retirement year. You are correct. She is kicking butt this year. Please stop writing in all caps. That's why Nightbot keeps cutting you off. Night session is slower and more physical. Yeah. But also, I mean, he plays Medvedev. It could be interesting. But I don't think that... I think we need to be careful overreacting to Sinner being a little fatigued in the second, right? It was strange and it wasn't ideal, but I don't think we should be like, oh no, Sinner's not going to be okay tomorrow. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Like, I don't think we should be like freaking out. He didn't get a medical timeout, right? No medical timeout. It didn't really affect the result. It's not like he got broken back twice and then had to play a tiebreak or third set, right? It wasn't like it made it, it's just a little bit of concern. It's like, oh shit, that was bad. That wasn't great. But like, I don't think we should be like going, oh no, tomorrow night it's going to be really hard for Sinner. No. He's played a lot of tennis. His body is feeling it. Maybe, I don't think we should be worried. If he's like that in the first set though, tomorrow, then we worry. But not now. Not now. It's too early. No need to freak out. Everybody stay calm. She should retire at a home tournament as she's the defending champ. What, next year? Maybe she will. Who knows? Maybe Cirstea will be like, you know what? I'm going to extend my career until Romania next year, which is only February. So maybe she might do that. But I don't think she's going to play after this year. like after this season. I don't think she's going to play like next year and the year after. Yeah, maybe she does. She could. I could see her extending it to like at least till February, adding a couple of tournaments and playing at home for finish. To finish. Then again, maybe she plays Billie Jean King Cup, and that's the end, right? Like, is Romania in the Billie Jean King Cup? Are they in the finals or not? I don't know. I don't know. They're not. Maybe they're in the qualies. I don't know. Wait, where's Romania? Romania are not even in the World Group. Romania are not even... Where the hell's Romania? They're not even in the... Where are they? Are they even in the Billie Jean King Cup? Surely. Am I blind? Where the hell are they? Are they not in the playoffs or something? They're not even in Group 2. They must be in like the Europeans. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're like in European Group 1. When do they play next? Oh, they finished third in their pool. They lost to France and Latvia. Okay. Fair enough. France and Latvia are pretty good. So what does that mean? Did they play later? I don't know what that means. I guess they got to play like the Group 2 playoffs or something. Anyways, whatever. Who knows? Who knows if she'll play on until next year, until her tournament next year. Yeah, Latvia had Penko. Yeah, no surprise. Latvia have got some good players. Penko included. All right, here we go. Speaking of Penko, Kasea beat Penko. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not keeping up to date with Kokkinakis, Deb, so I have no idea. Hopefully he's not injured. That would be really disappointing and scary and not fun. All right. Here we go. They're warming up. Yeah, Sabalenka lost to Cirstea early in the week. Yeah, it's so... Kokkinakis it breaks your heart. You know? When he plays and gets injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Dimi lost his challenger match yesterday. That's unfortunate. He is injured. Well, that sucks. That's really annoying. All right, I have no idea who's serving first, but we will find out. We will find out. Picking Cirstea for the upset, but we'll have to first time she beats Coco. Well, that's true. It will be the first time. It'll be the first time she's beaten her, yes. There's a right shoulder, same thing. That sucks. All right, can Coco make the final? Will it be Coco's first final of the year? It will be, right? Gauff hasn't made a final this year. Has she? Oh, no, she made the final in Miami. My bad. She made the final of Miami. She made the semis of Dubai. She made the quarterfinals of Australia and the fourth round of Rome. And she just beat Andreeva and Jovic along the way. Hasn't won a title since Wuhan last year, but that was at the end of last year, so it was pretty. I mean, it wasn't been that long, right? She hasn't won a title this year, but she has won a title recently, right? In the last 6 months. Yeah, Coco was such a fighter. I think the thing is as well, like Coco is physically not going to, fail, right? We know that Coco's not going to fatigue. She's been playing. Have we ever seen Coco ever cramp? No, ever, never, right? But she has to get off to a better start. Losing the first set every match is not ideal. All right, here we go. Who you got, chat? Give me a score prediction. And let me know who you think is going to win this one. I'm going to go Coco in 3. Because it's been Coco in 3 every time they played. Who have you got? Would it be crazy if Cirstea could beat Sabalenka, Noskova, Penko, Coco, and Iga in 1 week? Oh, yeah. That'd be something. Cirstea in 2. Okay. Coco in 2. Cirstea in 2. Coco in 3. Cirstea in 3. All right. Here we go. Gauff won the toss, selected to serve. Let's see it. Coco serves. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Return the backhand to Gauff. Cirstea backhand. And Gauff backing up the line. Cirstea with a slice in the net. And it's 15-love. $15-love. All right, serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. Return goes out from Gauff. And it's, from Cirstea, 30-love Gauff. $30-love. By the way, chat, we're almost at 200 likes. Appreciate it. 30-love Gauff. Serve again. And return goes back into Gauff. Backhand winner from Gauff. $40-love. $40-love. As a return goes into the backhand of Gauff on the stretch. Backhand can stare up the line. That's a winner. 40-15. 40-15. I'm going to go watch it, but I love what you do. Got a new fan. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you. Well, the best way to watch, and the reason why I started this channel in the first place, was to talk to people about the sport, because I'd usually sit there by myself. So feel free to pop in anytime if something happens and you're like, hey, I want to express my frustrations or my excitement about something that's going on. Then you can come in here and talk about it. Because, chat, how many of you right now are either watching this by yourself or you're on your own most of the time you're watching tennis? Put 1 in the chat if you're by yourself, 2 in the chat if you're usually hanging out with your buddies watching tennis all the time. Because I'm definitely one. Obviously. I have a dog, though. 40-30. But, I don't think I've watched that many, even before the channel. It was always watching tennis alone. There's Gauff in the net, deuce. 1-1, a lot of ones, yeah. That's what we built. That's what I started this channel for, because I was sitting here watching tennis on my own back in Shanghai 2018, and then I'm like, I want to talk about this match with somebody, and then I went live, and now we're here. As Cirstea hits a winner, now she's got a break point. What is going on? Coco was up 40 love. Advantage Cirstea. So feel free to go watch the match, but we're here if you need. If you want to talk about something, if you want to discuss it, we're here. You don't have to watch tennis alone. Backhand in the net by Gauff. What the hell was that game? 1-love Cirstea, she breaks. I don't know what the hell just happened. That was the weirdest start of the match. And a very frustrating start to a match if you're a Coco Gauff fan. 1-love. 1-love. Cirstea. Working from home and listening in. Best wishes from London. Hey, shout out to all the people out there working and lurking. We're second monitor content for sure. Don't want you to get in trouble now. All right. All right, backhand to backhand rally. As Gauff up the line into the front of Cirstea. Hey, whoa, yo.
If you can't beat them, join them $10 on Cirstea.
All right, thank you for the 2. Appreciate that, Josh. 15 love. Cirstea's won 6 points in a row. 15 love. Cirstea serves again. Into the backhand of Gauff. Gauff hits it out in the return. And it's 30 love. Jeez, Cirstea is on a streak. 30 love. And then an ace, 40 love. What is this? Coco was up 40 love. She's lost 8 points in a row. All right, 40 love. Another ace. Wow. 9 points in a row after Coco won the first 3. What the hell? All right. Back to Gauff. As Coco flying up the line at the back of Cirstea. Cirstea hits a wide. Gauff breaks the streak. 15 love. $15 love. As a serve out wide from Gauff is too strong. 30 love. Now, Chad, I'm going to say this, and I know that you're all going to cry, but I'm going to say it anyway. So, this week, I don't want to hear it, chat. None of this BS Harry Potter shit, all right? This week, Coco Gauff has served very well. And one thing that we're not talking about at all, which is great, is the double faults. Now, I'm going to say this out loud, and you're going to say think that it's bad. She's only hit 17 double faults. As Gauff holds in the blink of an eye. This match is flying, by the way. 3 games, 7 minutes. What the hell? She's only hit 17 double faults in the 4 matches she's played. Now, that's, okay, granted, it is an average of 4 double faults a game. But she really has, the double faults haven't really affected her game that much. And she has played 3 3-setters. So you spread out 17 double faults over the span of how many sets, right? She's played 10 sets? 11 sets? She's only hitting 1 to 2 double faults a set, which is pretty low for Coco, right? Usually, we've seen matches where she hits 20 double faults, in a straight sets match, right? There have been some brutal tournaments and brutal matches, but yeah, only averaging between 1 and 2 double faults a set, sorry. She's been serving well. She's been serving really well. compared to how we've seen Coco serve in the past, right? So hopefully she can keep that up. And that might be, after 6 months, 9 months working together, that might be the coaching and the serving starting to click. All right, Cirstea to serve. And I think the most important thing is she's not double faulting like multiple times to lose matches like she was at the start of the season, where she was like, when she double faulted her way out of wins, and she double faulted her way to a loss, right? Against like Svitolina and stuff, right? We saw that earlier in the season. 2-1 Cirstea, 15 love. You stated that Cirstea isn't going to win. Yeah, that's called a prediction. What, do you want me to just be like, oh, my prediction is, I don't want to pay, I'm not going to pick. Like, what do you want? Like, that's what the prediction's for. You got to make a choice. What, you want me to sit on the fence and get splinters? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, if I didn't pick Gauff, I'd pick Cirstea. But I picked Gauff because I made a choice to pick. It's a prediction. Come on now. What do you want me to do at the end of every video? Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay, it sounded like you were coming at me. You got to make sure you talk to me. You got to add each other so I don't get confused. Sell your Jovic cards? I wouldn't sell it to you, buddy, unless you're going to give me $1 million. 30-15. You give me $1 million, we'll talk. Cash. Is it a backhand rally? Another one from Cirstea into the forehand of Gauff. Cirstea forehand again, the forehand of Gauff. Into the backhand of Cirstea off the tape. And then Gauff hits a backhand, but Cirstea gets it there, and she missed it wide. Would have been a tough shot. 30-all. 30-all. Sorry, DJ. I thought you were talking to me. I put my predictions out there, and I don't like getting people coming at my predictions. It happens every time. Chat, can I just make predictions with no comments? I just want to make a prediction and nobody say anything about it. How do I add if the ad doesn't work? Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right. 1 million fart coins. Okay. 30-all. As Cirstea serves in the backhand of Gauff. Backhand of Cirstea, the front of Gauff. Cirstea backhand up the line. Gauff with the forehand cross the court. Cirstea gets back. Gauff. Forehand goes long. 40-30. Russell from New York. Love your show, dude. Hey, shout out to New York. I've been there. It's fun. I love New York. All right. 40-30. First serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Return goes in the net by Gauff. 3-1. Cirstea gets off to a great start here. What country do I support? I don't know. What country do I support? Well, I support Australia. Are we talking sports? Like, what? Are you asking me? I feel like I've got to start. I have to start being like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you asking me? Or some? Gotta make sure I don't want to go at anybody for no reason. 15 love. As Gauff serves. Into the back of Cirstea. Gauff for the forehand of Cirstea. Into the forehand of Gauff. Cirstea backhand. Into the backhand of Gauff up the line of the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff forehand. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Has Gauff forehand again. The forehand of Cirstea. Gauff again to the forehand of Cirstea. They're going forehand to forehand. Now Gauff goes up the line to the backhand of Cirstea, and Cirstea misses it down the line, and it's 30 love. 30 love. Say somebody to Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot, get stuffed. Will you watch FIFA? Of course. You mean the World Cup? Of course. Go Australia. 40 love. As Gauff serves again. To the back of Cirstea. Gauff with a drop shot. Cirstea gets it with a pass, but misses it wide. All right. Gauff holds. 3-2. They are flying through these games, and I appreciate it. 3-2. Cirstea with a break. 14 minutes. All right. Watching from the most beautiful city in America, San Diego. Hey, what's up? Shout out to, yeah. Medvedev or Landalucci? Medvedev. Yeah, their points are flying, aren't they? Spurs relegating? Hopefully. What do you think Coco has improved in her serves apart from less double faults cam? I don't know. Ask me at the end of the tournament. I feel like it's too like we gotta be careful because once we start like complimenting somebody, something might happen. But so far this week, she's been serving a lot less double faults and serving a lot better. Now, the one thing that stands out to me, why this would be the case, would be because of the clay. So maybe she's not as worried about missing first serves on clay because the returners are not as, the returns are not going to be as hard for her to defend. Whereas when she's playing on faster courts, you miss your first serve, second serve vulnerable, big hitters hit big, right? But on clay, maybe she feels a little bit more confident with, oh, well, if I miss the first serve, that's okay. Or maybe she's taking her pace off the first serve so she can get more first serves in because it's not important that she gets a good first serve to set the point up on clay. She can use her defense on clay. She's got, obviously, won a French Open, so she knows how to move on the clay. She's confident on this surface. But her serve is not as important on this surface. So that's probably the big thing, right? That, why she wouldn't be serving as many double faults. Because she doesn't feel that pressure. But you've also got to see who she's played too, right? She hasn't played Sabalenka yet, at all. She played Andreeva, big returner, but not Sabalenka. If she was playing Penko right now, that would have been interesting. But she's played Jovic, Sierra. Valentova was interesting. That would have, Valentova hits a big ball, but she got through Valentova the easiest. So, yeah, I don't think she's mentally her serve is not as at risk, right? Because it's a slower court. I tell you, the interesting comparison would be to last year's clay season, how many double faults she hit, because we didn't talk about double faults last year on the clay when Coco was making the finals. Like her serve wasn't under scrutiny last year on the clay. It was after that she started like completely missing, and we're like, whoa, her serve. But like it didn't feel like on the clay we were really that bothered by her serve, except for actually no, I take that back. There was a match against Zhang, I think, that was like 25 double faults or some crazy number, right? Let me double check. What was her serving stats last year on the clay? That would be that. That's where we can make some comparisons to this year, and if this year's gotten better or worse or the same, right? Anyways, 30-15, Cirstea hits a winner, 40-15. So last year on the clay, She double faulted a lot in the Palini final in Rome. And she lost that match. She did double fault 7 times. As we get to 40-30. As with a backhand rally. Gauff again, the backhand to Cirstea up the line to the front of Gauff. Cirstea forehand again to the front of Gauff. Into the front of Cirstea. Cirstea hits a win up. 4-2 Cirstea. So, okay, so last year. Where are we? Why can't I find stats easily? WTA website, be better. Be better. All right, so last year, her worst match on clay for double faults was at the French Open against Gadetsky. And she hit 7 double faults. It doesn't feel like she hit double-digit double faults last year. Did she not at all? Maybe she didn't. But yeah, last year on the clay, she served much... Oh, here we go. So against Swiatek in Madrid... She only served 1 double fault. Okay. Yeah, so the match against Zhang, that was the one where... That was the ugly match, right? 30 love, by the way. Yeah, she hit 16 double faults in Zhang in Madrid Rome last year, in this stage last year. And that was like her worst display of serving. In the final of the French, she hit 8 double faults. But yeah, the Zhang match was the standout, right? That was the worst serving she had for the season, for that season. But so far this season on the clay, her worst serving this season on the clay, she played Samsonova. When did she play Samsonova? Stuttgart? She served 5 double faults against Samsonova. She served 4 against Mukova in Stuttgart. Gauff 40-15. Noskova, she only served 6, but she had 13 aces when she lost last week in Madrid. 6 against Cirstea last time. She served 0 aces, double faults against Jean last week. And then this week she served 7 against Valentova, 5 against Sierra, 1 against Jovic, which was impressive, 4 against Andreeva, and so far she's hit 1. So, again, we'll have to do some more math, but going off that, it just feels like her serve is a lot better this year, more reliable. And she's not giving away, and it's more double faults at 15 love or 30 love. You don't feel those, right? We don't register those. But when she double faults twice at deuce, that's when you're like, oh, that's a problem, right? And it doesn't feel like she's double faulting when she needs an ace, right? Or when she needs a free point. It feels like, okay, well, if she is double fault, I mean, against Valentova, she double faulted 7 times. I can't recall any of those being important, right? She won that match in straights. It never felt like she was in trouble. But she served 7 double faults, right? There were a lot of breaks in that match, but again, it didn't feel like Gauff was ever in trouble in that match. But if she double faults twice at deuce in this match, we're going to go, oh no, the double faults. So it does depend on when you double fault too, right? Whether it could be a non-issue. 40 love double fault, who cares? But yeah, but I'll do some more research on the Coco serving to go to the final if she makes the final. We'll talk about it then, because it does feel like she is serving better. Like it feels like her serve isn't letting her down on the clay this year. All right, Castella to serve. Fault. 4-3 Castella. She got the early break, and here we are. All right, serve again. Into the back and a Gauff. Gauff in the net. 15 love. $15 love. Castella serves a fault, second serve. Do you think Dartery will beat Rude? No. God, I hope not. No, Rude's going to win. Come on. Hell no. 4-4 rally. That goes in the back end of Gauff. Gauff in the net. 30 love. 17 more subs until we get to 296,692. Yeah, let's go. Let's get to whatever that number is. Woo! Let's go. 30 love. $30 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Gauff, up the line to the back end of Castella. Castella hits it out. 30-15. Rude's in a final for the fantasy team. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. By the way, chat, speaking of fantasy teams, how are we all doing this week? 30-15. First has a fault, second serve. Never in my life did I think I'd be waking up at 5 a.m. to watch tennis. What did I get myself into? Starting to bet on this sport. Welcome. As with a backhand rally. Castella backhand goes wide. It's 30-all. It's 30-all. Chance for Gauff to get back on serve. 30-all. Return goes out by Coco. Nice serving, Castella. 40-30. You reached 395 in fantasy standings, so doing good. Nice. Yeah, I'm up around 325, so I've been happy with that. All right, 40-30. As with a 4-4 rally. Gauff again to the forehand of Castella. Gauff forehand. Again to the forehand of Castella is Gauff. Forehand up the line. Castella with the slice. Gauff with the forehand again is a winner. And we get to deuce. All right. All right. Return goes up the line from Gauff. Deuce. She tries to get the break. And then forehand inside out winner by Coco. All right. Advantage Gauff to get back on serve. Advantage Gauff. To get back on serve. First break point of the match for Gauff. Serving to the back of Gauff. Into the forehand of Castella. Gauff with the forehand of the back end of Castella. As Gauff forehand cross court. Castella gets it back. Up the line to the back end of Gauff. Castella inside out back end of the forehand of Gauff. And then Castella forehand goes long. We're back on serve. 4-0. 30 minutes. We are flying through this match. All right, 4-4. 28 minutes. 8 games. Wow. This is a quick match. Caceres 36. All right. Coco breaks back. As Gauff serves. Into the backhand. The forehand Castella. Slice from Gauff to the backhand of Castella. As Gauff backing on the stretch. Castella with a forehand cross court. Gauff gets it. Goes up the line. Into the backhand of Castella. Gauff with the forehand. Again to the forehand of Castella. Gauff. Forehand again. Up into the forehand of Castella. As Gauff with the backhand again to the forehand of Castella. Cross court. Gauff gets it back. Castella forehand up the line. Gauff gets it with the backhand. Great hustle from Coco. Castella gets it back. Gauff with the drop shot. Oh, what a rally! That is the best of Coco right there. That's why she does all what she does. That's why she's a 2-slam champion. That's why she is who she is. That rally is Coco Gauff. Castella just yelling at her coaches, by the way. What a pickup. That backhand on the stretch. Castella thought she had a winner. And then the drop shot. Wow. I tell you, we're talking about how impressive Swiatek is, right? Coco might be the favorite for the French if she wins Rome, because the way she's playing is how she won the French. And we need to see a Swiatek-Coco final, because if Swiatek plays the way she did yesterday and Coco plays like that, whoever wins that might be the favorite for Roland Garros, because that is the best of both. And that goes in there by Gauff on the backhand, 15-0. But that was a great run by Coco. 15-0. She's been doing that all week. She's played like that all week, and it's been just awesome to see. 15-0. Glazing Gauff. You're a hater. Why do you hate Coco? You're just a hater. Backhand goes into the forehand of Gauff. Backhand of Castella. Into the forehand of Gauff. It's Castella forehand up the line. Gauff gets it back with a slice. Castella backhand. Again to the backhand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. 15-30. Castella a chance to get the break and serve for it. All right, 15-30. Tori, you're at 9,807 points and 87 points. Nice. What are you, top like 200? Top 100? 4-4 rally. Castella in the net. 30-0. 30-0. Big point here. Serving to the backhand of Castella. Forehand from Gauff. Into the backhand of Castella as Castella hits it out. 40-30. 40-30. Coco's is the most genuinely athletic player. Oh, yeah. She doesn't get any credit for athleticism. Like I said at the start, she never cramps. She never looks tired. And she's played marathons this week, and she doesn't look bothered. 40-30. And the return goes in the backhand of Gauff. Backhand from Castella goes wide, and Coco's got the lead. 5-4. Gauff is in the lead, and Castella's going to serve to stay in the set now. All right. 32 minutes. Gauff incredibly athletic, yeah. You were great in your last video, and it felt like I was watching along. Great job. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. That 23-shot rally was epic. Oh, yeah. Gauff or Warrior can never counter out, for sure. When I can make my team for next week, Dutchy, I have no idea. I think you can already make. I think you can do it now. Coco got genetics from her mum. She's Olympian. Her mum's an Olympian? Should I know that? Her mum's an Olympian. Her dad played college basketball for Georgia State and later was a healthcare executive. Her mum was a track and field athlete for Florida State University and worked as an educator. All right, well, that's not an Olympian, but still, very impressive. So she comes from sporting parents, which fair enough. One was a college basketball player, and one was a track and field athlete. There you go. Her mum was a gymnast. Definitely not. She is a track and field athlete. All right, Cirstea serving to stay in the set now. Love 15. Her brothers play basketball too. Do I play tennis? I don't at the moment because I just don't have time, but I can play tennis, yeah. She was also a gymnast. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't say that on the page, but okay. Backhand to backhand rally as Gauff into the forehand Cirstea. Gauff for the backhand in the net. Great forehand Cirstea. 15-0. As a return goes the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff with the slice. Cirstea comes in with a drive volley, but Gauff gets it. And then Cirstea puts away the volley. No, Coco gets it. What am I thinking? And then Cirstea with a smash. Coco with a volley. Cirstea with the backhand. Too good. Jeez, Coco made Cirstea play 2 extra shots there. Here I was thinking Gauff couldn't get to it. What stupid me. 30-15. All right. 30-15. You're in 169th position. Oh, nice. Decent. We've got a forehand now slice from Gauff into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Cirstea. Up the line to the slice of Gauff. Cirstea. Forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Cirstea backhand goes wide. And it's 30-0. Chat, we're almost at 500 likes. Come on, we'll get to 500 likes by the end of this set. Press the like button, turns into a tennis ball. 30-0. All right, 30-0. Cirstea serves. A fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Gauff. Oh, return goes long. Bad miss by Coco. 40-30. 40-30. As Cirstea serves again. As the return goes into the backhand of Cirstea. Backhand from Gauff. Into the backhand of Cirstea. Is Gauff backhand again. To the backhand of Cirstea. Cirstea hits it out. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Cirstea was leading. If you just joined us, she was winning. She was pretty much for the entire set until now. She was in front. Cam is really for Gauff. Is that because she's on your team? No, I'm just seeing. It's calling what I'm seeing. Anyways, forehand return goes in the forehand of Cirstea. Forehand from Gauff into the backhand of Cirstea. Backhand from Gauff again goes wide, and it's advantage Cirstea. So you don't think Darderi has a chance against Ruud at home? No, oh my God. Chad, are we really not listening? I said that I hope Ruud wins. Advantage Cirstea. Now stop spamming. Please. Backhand return. To the backhand of Cirstea. Backhand from Gauff. Again to the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff forehand. Is a winner. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Have you thought of becoming a commentator? You're really good at that? No. I haven't. I am a streamer. The host is not allowed to take sides. Bullshit. I can pick whoever I want. First serve's a fault, second serve. As a backhand return goes in the back of the Cirstea. Gauff for the forehand. Up the line. Cirstea gets it back. As Cirstea gets the drop shot, but hits it long. Set point, Coco. Coco's hit 2 really good drop shots in this in the last couple of games. Cam is rooting for Coco. We'll watch the second set if Coco wins the first, and you'll be surprised. Chad, do we really not know how this works by now? I've been doing this for 8 years. Come on now. You all know that the only people that I actually root for are Australian. And then I cry because they lose. Forehand goes up the line for Cirstea. Gauff gets it back. Cirstea comes in, puts it away, back to deuce. Come on, you know how it works. If Gauff wins the second, then I want Cirstea to win the third. Sorry, if Gauff wins the first, I want Cirstea to win the second. And then when we go 3, I don't care. Like, that's how this works. Whoever wins the first, I root for in the second, so we have a 3-setter. Always 3 sets. Come on now. It's obvious at this point. As Gauff returns. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff for the forehand of the stretch. Cirstea backhand. In the net. Advantage Coco. Advantage Gauff. Yeah, I always want 3 sets. Advantage Coco. Also, I do like to give compliments to the people that are playing well. And Gauff is playing well, so why would I not tell everybody that she's playing well? Gauff for the slice. Into the back of the Cirstea. There's Gauff for the forehand again to the back of the Cirstea. Cirstea hits a wide. Gauff with the first. 6-4 Coco. She was down the entire set until the very end there, and she breaks to win the set. 6-4, 40 minutes. All right. Cam, did you really want a third set between Dartery and Hodar yesterday? No. But we got one anyway, and I liked it. It was fine. All right. 5 winners, 14 errors from Gauff. Ooh. 8 winners, 23 errors, Cirstea. Ooh. That's not right. Who calculated those winners and errors? That's not right. There is no way that Sorana Cirstea hit 23 errors. That is no chance. There is no chance that she hit 23 errors. You're telling me that Coco Gauff won 35 points and 23 of those were errors from her opponent? No. There's no shot. That was not... That would have been a way... I would have been hating that set. You're telling me there was 37 errors in that set. Nah, somebody's getting a little trigger happy on the stat sheet. They're going, oh, that was out. Error. No. That was not that bad. That was a decent set of tennis. Maybe it was going too quick for me to notice, but that was there's no way that there was 23 errors from Cirstea. And whatever, 14 from Coco. That's crazy. Whoever the stats guy is doesn't know what an error is. They're like, it went out, error. Went in the net, error. It went over there, error. Like, that's BS. There's no way that was that bad. No way. No way. That didn't feel that bad. That felt like it was a decent set. No shot. They're counting forced errors as well, yeah. They don't know what an error is. That's crazy. All right. It was bad, face it. No, I will not face it. Don't tell me what to do. Anyway, 6-4. I don't believe the stats guy. Stats guy's fucking it up. Looking at this magnificent defense of Gauff, can Iga beat her? Well, we'll see what happens because Swiatek's going to play against Svitolina, who's a great defender too. So, ask me that tomorrow. If Swiatek wins. And if Gauff wins, because Cirstea is not going to quit. All right. Yeah, Cirstea was in control of that set up until 4-3, and then she got broken, then she couldn't break, and then she got broken again. So that's a shame for Cirstea. It felt like she was in control of that set. And then she let it slip. Kind of like Jovic in the second against Gauff, when Gauff was down 3-5, and then she came back to win those 4 games in a row. Kind of felt like that a little bit. Momentum. All right. Gauff serves first in the second. Return goes in the front of Gauff, up the line of the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff backhand into the front of Cirstea as Gauff backhand again. To the backhand of Cirstea up the line. Gauff forehand on the stretch. Cirstea drop shot in the net. Now that was an error. Mark that one down. Unforced error. 15 love. As Gauff serves. And the return from Cirstea goes back into Gauff. Gauff hits a winner. 30 love. Count that down. That was a winner. Mark that down. You know what? I'm going to do this, chat. I'm actually going to do this. I'm petty. I'm going to be petty. I'm going to do this. I need to know. All right, Gauff second serve. Into the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff with a forehand. No, Cirstea hit it out on the return. I'm not calling that an error. That's a forced error, that one. But actually, you know what? I'll call that an error for Cirstea because that was a second serve. Hey, Michael.
Not 37 total errors, but there were many errors.
Yeah, not that 37 was ridiculous. Anyways, Gauff holds. I missed it. Sorry. Damn it. What happened? Oh, no. This experiment's already failed. I think Gauff hit it. That was a forced error. All right. So this is what... See, I'm busy, right? I'm talking to the chat, whatever. The stats guy has one job. So if they fucking it up and they're watching the match without... I'm like this. Right? And if I get it wrong, then it's because I'm like, looking at 5 different screens. But they have one job, right? I've got 7 jobs. Anyways, I'm calling that a forced error. Now, thank you, Michael, for the 10. Yeah, 37 errors was ridiculous. That can't be right. I'm gonna make sure. This is a test. All right, I'm gonna see. Backhand up the line from Cirstea, slice from Gauff. Cirstea comes in with a drive volley. That was an unforced error, and it's love 15. All right, Cirstea's already hit 3 errors by my count. I'm a statistician today. I'm doing the bloody stats as well. Shit. I don't even get paid for that. I'm doing it for free. Anyways, forward from Gauff. Into the forward of Cirstea. Gauff with the backhand slice. Cirstea comes in. Backing up the line. Gauff with the pass. Cirstea with a half volley up the line. Gauff with a lob. Cirstea with a backhand volley. Nice, but Coco gets it with a winner. That's a winner. That's a winner. Mark it down. Love 30. I want to see. Oh, by the way, it's not going to work, is it? Because they're not going to do single sets. This is not going to work, chat. Because they're not going to break it into first and second sets. They're going to do they're going to combine them. I'm doing it anyway. Love 30. Gauff hits a return long. That was a forced error. 15-30. 15-30. By my count, Gauff's hit 2 winners, 0 errors, and Cirstea's hit 3 errors. And no winners. We'll subtract from the first set. Remember what I said. What did I say in the first set? Can't remember. Somebody remembers. 15-30. Cirstea with a fault second serve. Serve in the back of Gauff. Return goes back into Cirstea. Gauff forehand. Into the back of Cirstea is Gauff. Back into the net. We'll call that unforced. It was just right in the middle of the court. We'll call that unforced. That was a routine backhand for Coco. All right, 30-0. The first set count was all BS. No, it was ridiculous. There was no way there was that many errors. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Gauff. Return goes to forehand of Cirstea. Gauff. Another forehand to the forehand of Cirstea as Gauff. Forehand again into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff forehand goes cross-court again. Cirstea forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. It's Cirstea. Forehand up the line. Gauff with a slice. Cirstea backhand. Off the tape. Goes wide. Unforced. And Gauff's got a break point. 30-40. So my count for Cirstea. 0 winners, 4 errors, 1 forced. Gauff, 2 winners, 1 error, 1 forced. 30-40. As the first serve is a fault, second serve. You already know the count, 37 errors first set. No, I'm talking about like the winners and errors for both players in the first set. I've got to triple check. Gauff returns to the backhand of Cirstea. Backhand of Gauff. To the backhand of Cirstea up the line. Gauff with a forehand. Again to the backhand of Cirstea. Is Gauff again with a backhand. Cirstea gets back. Gauff with a drop shot. Too good. That's a winner. She breaks. 2-love Coco. I should do this for every match. Actually, no. Too much work. I need to get a stats guy in here. I need a statistician sitting in the corner over here writing numbers. All right. Gauff has a 2-love lead in the second. She has won 6 games in a row. All right. Coco to serve. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff. Forehand up the line. As Cirstea backhand up the line. Great shot. Coco slice. Goes long. Forced error. 15. Love 15. Great shot for Cirstea. 23 errors Cirstea. 14 for Gauff. Okay. All right, Cirstea backhand to the backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff backhand again. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Cross court. Into the corner. Now Cirstea with a backhand cross court winner. That's her first winner of the match. Of the game, of the set. According to my numbers. Thank you, Linda. 23 errors, Gauff. Did I say how many winners? How many winners did I say? No, it's the error count that I'm bothered by. All right. Love 30. Coco. Serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Spare pen on standby. Nah, can somebody donate? I need a donation for pens. They're about $1 each. As Gauff hits that out, that's unforced. All right. Love 40. That was middle of the court. Unforced error. Chat, I'm going. This is my test for the. I want to become a statistician at the Australian Open. So this is almost like my. What do they call it? Like a trial. This is my trial to become a statistician. All right. This is my. What do they do? Well, like induction. Gauff serves out wide. Cirstea gets it back. Gauff with a drive volley winner. 4 winners by my count. 4. Hey, thank you, Angel, for the $1. Appreciate that. There's my pen. There's the next pen. Thank you for the pen fund. I'll put that towards a pen. My audition. Yes, so that's it. My audition. Hi, my name is Cam. This is my audition. This is my audition to become a statistician. Gauff for the fault. Second serve. Thank you, Angel, to the pen fund. Second serve. There ain't no way there was friggin' 37 errors. There's no way. Backhand return. Into the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Cirstea is passing shot. Gauff with a pick up in the net. That is a forced error, but it's a break. Great passing shot by Cirstea. So by my count, I've got 4 winners. Chat, I hope you're counting with me. I hope you're all counting along. Now, by my count, I've got 4 winners for Gauff, 2 unforced errors, 3 forced errors. Castella's hit 1 winner, 4 errors, and 1 forced error. Has anybody else got that count? Are we on the same page? Anybody else counting along with us? Should have said that at the start. We're all going to do this together. Anybody? Is that the count? We accurate? We trust your count, okay? I concur. All right. Yeah, this is a working interview. 100% with on you on that. Okay. Sounds about right. All right. All right. Have someone in chat do this so then you can banter. I'm bantering and I'm statisticianing. That's a word. Demand a recount. Oh, this isn't the election, all right? Here we go. We're back on serve. All right, no way it was 37 errors in that first set. I do not. That is ridiculous. Are we watching the same match? All right, 2-1 Coco in the second. By the way, we've got about 3 hours until the Medvedev match coming up tonight. So we've got time to spare. Shouldn't the number of winners and forced errors for the other player so you don't track both? Shouldn't the number of winners match the number of forced errors? No. Winners and forced errors are two different things. Don't quit your day job, Cam. I don't have a day job. I'm unemployed. As Castella hits a winner, that's the second. So the reason why is because a forced error is not the same as a winner. A forced error is when somebody hits a shot out wide and you get to it, but you miss it. And a winner is when you hit a ball out wide and they don't get it, right? So the forced error and winners are not the same. So you can hit a lot of forced errors, but as I say, it's another winner, and maybe low winner count, but you hit a lot of, you make your opponent forced to hit errors. So then you're still playing well, right? Even if you have 0 winners, forced errors should be considered a stat that should always be shown, because you might hit 1 winner, but if you make your opponent hit 10 errors, you're winning the point just as much, but you're being just as dominant, right? All right, 30 love Castella. And it's a backhand return from Gauff into the forehand of Castella. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Castella. Into the forehand of Gauff up the line. Gauff missed that one. That's an unforced error. 40 love. 40 love. As Castella serves again. Into the backhand of Gauff. Good return. The backhand of Castella up the line is another winner. Jeez. 3 winners in that game by my count. You had that? Did you have that, chat? 3 winners? Castella has now hit 4 winners, 4 errors, and Gauff's hit 4 winners and 3 errors. And we're level 2-all. 2-1 all. All right, serve again from Gauff, who'd won 6 games in a row. Return to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand from Castella. Into the backhand of Gauff as Castella back up the line. Gauff gets it back with a forehand. Castella forehand on the stretch. Gauff goes up the line again. Castella's able to backhand, but it's in the net. That's forced. Forced error. 15 love. I am playing, chat. I am playing. 37 errors. I am not convinced. By the way, wasn't there a I swear I saw this somewhere. Didn't was it Bagula's podcast? Did she talk about the stats not matching? Did she talk about something like that? I remember hearing someone tell me that, like, somebody in the chat might have mentioned it. That, like, wasn't there a discussion around, like, how things weren't 100% accurate as they thought? As that goes out in the return, that's an unforced error from Castella. 30 love. Was Bagula or somebody else that was talking on the WTA saying that that there was inaccuracies with some of the stats as that goes out in the return? We'll call that a forced error because that was a good first serve. 40 love. Now, chat, that's where this thing gets a bit funky, right? Because there's like, well, if Gauff hits a great first serve and Cirstea misses a forehand that she got to, is it a forced or unforced error? That was a 50-50. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the server and say the returner. Same with that one. That was another forced error because Gauff hit a good first serve and Cirstea, yeah, she should have made the return. Actually, you know what? No, that's an unforced. I'm calling that one unforced. But if Gauff hits a big first serve and Cirstea gets a clean hit at it but misses, it shouldn't be called unforced. But that second one was because Gauff kind of hit a soft first serve and Cirstea missed the return. It was an easy return. So unforced. You know what I'm saying? Like there is some like those last 2 points, you could go 2 unforced or 2 forced. Right? But I'm going to go 1-1. Anyways, 3-2. Oh, God. Whoops. Camo, notice you've been rude to me. But you just said you're pissed, so maybe it's the alcohol. WTA sometimes always does that. Does what? Stats need to add up. Clearly define unforced and forced. Well, that's the thing, right? Unforced and forced, there is like, you can be like, there is a little bit of subject to, it's not clean cut. Obviously, if you're running to a forehand out wide and you smack it out or you hit it in the net, forced. If you are standing in the middle of the court and you hit a backhand into the net and it was no pressure on you at all and that was a routine backhand, unforced error. But then there's those ones where it's like, if somebody hits it really hard at you and then you hit it in the net, but it's like you didn't move, forced, unforced, probably forced, right? But then if it's a first serve that's half pace and you miss it, is that unforced? Probably, yeah, right? So like there is like, there are some that are like not clean cut, but majority of them are. We've been doing this for 5 games, and I'm pretty sure I have only missed like maybe 1 or 2 that I'm like, that could have gone either way. All right, 3-2. Cirstea to serve. How are you finding your audition so far? I feel like I'm doing okay. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Players are sitting down. I have no idea what's going on. Is someone in the crowd? I think something's going on in the crowd up the top. So a bit of a crowd interruption. Yeah, someone in the crowd needs... something's going on in the crowd. What the hell's going on in the chat? Who's being a pain? Who's being annoying? Who's being annoying? Who is it? Who keeps spamming? Oh, this guy. Yeah, please don't do that. Also, stop calling people old. That's rude. All right, 3-2 Coco. Thanks, chat. Sorry, I didn't see it. Please stop being rude to people. Oh, okay. Now I can see. No. Retire from the chat. For now. Then come back later. All right, 3-2 Coco. Did someone fall in the crowd? Yeah, it's right up the top, so it could be, and it's pretty, I don't know how hot it is today, but it's direct sunlight, so yeah, this has been a crowd incident, so we're just waiting for that to be sorted. I think players are talking to their coaches, that's totally fine. By the way, terrible time for Kaseya. You're saying don't be rude, but you're always rude to me. I've been watching you for a while, and how you treat me is wrong. To be honest, I don't deserve it. What have I been... You've been timed out 17 times. I mean, what are you talking about? If you've been timed out 17 times, you must be doing something wrong. Why are you... Stop with the pick-me energy. Come on. Relax. Yeah, everybody in the chat says, just relax, all right? You can pick on me. All right, so it's not... Okay. Anyways, 3-2. If you've been here for a while, you know the drill. You should know the banter. Come on now. Come on now. All right, so this has been a crowd incident. We're just waiting for the crowd to... Things to get sorted. Michael!
Don't let the trolls get to you. We love you. Go Coco.
Hey, Michael with the 50. Thank you for the 50. That's very generous. And thank you for the nice words. Don't worry, I've been doing this long enough. I don't let anyone get to me. But thank you for the 50. Appreciate that. Holy shit, that's too much. Cam would be a good school principal? No. I'm not. I would do no. Teaching is not. No, thank you. Tennis teacher? Coacher? Yeah, coach, yes. Coachella? Probably not. But, yeah, no, screw that. No, thank you. That's 40 DVDs and a coffee. I know, right? Yes. I haven't been to the thrift for too long. Oh, Michael with the 50 gifted as well, mate. That's too much. That's too much. Thank you, Michael. We get salutes in the chat for Michael with the 50 gifted as well. If you didn't get a gifted membership after that, I don't know. You're not watching the channel enough. Thank you for the $50 and the 50 gifted. Appreciate that. We're just waiting for the medical team to try and to fix the person in, or fix up the person in the crowd who's just either fallen or something's happened. And thank you, Michael, for becoming a member yourself. Appreciate that as well. Thank you. Did we get a new emoji now? I have no idea. Let me check. I thought it was like another 150 or some crazy number to get another emoji. Let me check. It won't update instantly, so I might have to wait 24 hours until it updates, but let me have a look. I don't think so. I think we need to wait until yeah, we need another 140 members, which is insane. 140 more to that. Jeez, it's still going. I'm still seeing people getting gifted members. That's crazy. Oh, another 50. That's why. Oh, Michael, that's too much. By the way, thank you, Julian, for the 25 months as well. Appreciate that. I'm wondering why it's still going. I thought it was from the last time. Thank you for another 50 gifted. Michael, appreciate that. Game's paused because somebody in the crowd is a medical emergency. If you don't get a gifted member by now, maybe you don't have it turned on. By the way, if you want a gifted membership, you got to allow memberships on your YouTube, so then you can get them for the channel. What happened to Coco? Nothing. It's the crowd. Someone in the crowd has fallen over, I think. Someone fell over in the crowd, so. But yeah, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Thank you for the generosity, mate. That's very generous. Michael!
I could watch the match when Coco was down. I bet 10,000 on her to win 20K. Your channel and support for Coco made me feel like she was a lot.
Hey, thank you, Michael, for the 50 again, and congrats on that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Your channel and support for Coco made me feel like... All right, okay, for everybody out there, this is not a betting channel. What I say is not betting advice, so please do not, because I'm sure there's with one every Michael, there's somebody else that has done that thing and that didn't work. But thank you, Michael, and congrats on that. Appreciate it. Appreciate the generosity. All right. We're just waiting for the players to get back on court. They're still dealing with the person in the crowd that's, I think, fallen over. But I thank you, Christopher, for the donation as well. Appreciate it. Someone get Deja on the stream. Michael.
Sorry, I do not promote gambling.
No, that's okay. Thank you for the 100, mate. Too much. No. That wasn't. I wasn't. It's just that I just got to say it as a disclaimer. But thank you for the $100 as well. Ridiculous, mate. Too much. By the way, they are taking the person out of the stadium who I think fell. The medical staff have taken that person out, so hopefully they're okay. But thank you, Michael, for that generosity. All right, here we go. Castella's going to serve after like 10 minutes. So chat the count. I'm still writing down numbers. All right, here we go. Ready? Don't worry, this is still my audition for a statistician. The role of statistician on the WTA. It's been a backhand now to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Castella. Again to the forehand of Gauff. It's Castella. Up the line of the net. That's an unforced error. Love 15. Thank you, Michael, though. That's very generous. Appreciate it. All right, love 15. As Castella serves into the forehand of Gauff. Return. Into the forehand of Castella. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Castella as Gauff. Forehand again to the Castella forehand as Gauff. Forehand again up the line. Castella with a backhand. Into the backhand of Gauff as Castella with a forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Castella backhand on the stretch. Gauff. Forehand cross court. Winner. All right. Love 30. Love 30. Oh, man. Michael with the 50 gifted again. What's that, 150 gifted? Thank you, Michael, again with a 50 gifted. As Gauff hits that in the net, we're calling that unforced. All right, 15-30. So a little chance here for Coco. 15-30. Serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Return goes in the backhand of Castella. Up the line of the forehand of Gauff. Castella with a forehand. Michael.
Stop shouting me out. I keep wanting to give. Just say less PLC.
All right, 4-4 rally. As Castella in the net. That's an unforced error. And Gauff's got 2 break points. All right. Crazy. All right, break points for Gauff, 15-40. As Cirstea serves to the backhand of Gauff. Return goes short in the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff. Again to the backhand of Cirstea. She shanks it long. There's the break. 4-2. 4-2 Coco. Now she's got the set in the break. So they're winning in 2-game runs at the moment. 2 games Gauff, 2 games Cirstea, 2 games Gauff. Let's see who can take this next 2 games. All right, Coco to serve. Remember, the men's matches are starting, or the Medvedev match, the second men's match starts in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Hey, Gregs. Thank you for the 50 months, Gregs. Appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. As Gauff comes in with a volley, Cirstea with a pass, Gauff with a volley, good pickup, but Cirstea with a winner. All right, love 15. Sorry, love 30. Oh no, I missed a point. I missed the first point. I was looking away for 2 seconds. I missed the first point. Did Gauff hit an error on the first point? I don't know. I'm going to write a tentative error. Tentative error for Coco. I missed one. I literally looked away for 1 second. It was a net error. Okay, I trust. Backhand Gauff. Love 30. 400 rally. Cirstea hits that wide. That was an error. It was a net error? Okay, I trust you. A few people said it. I'm going to trust. All right. So it was love 15 with an error at the net. I looked down and not... Anyways, 15-30. Serve. Into the back of Cirstea. Return goes to the backhand of Gauff. Cirstea backhand. Again to the backhand of Gauff. Into the backhand of Cirstea. Gauff with the forehand. Into the forehand of Cirstea. There's Gauff forehand again. The forehand of Cirstea. Gauff. Again to the forehand of Cirstea. There's Gauff. Cross court again. Cirstea gets it on the stretch. Gauff. Slice. As Cirstea backhand cross court. Gauff gets it on the stretch again. As Cirstea drop shot. Gauff's going to get there. But it's in the net. That's forced error. And Cirstea's got break points. 15-40. 15-40. You can't treat your audition like this. Relax. I'm doing it fine. I looked away. I was writing something down. 15-40. I'm melting. 15-40. As a return goes into the forehand of Gauff, up the line. Great shot, Coco. Slice Cirstea goes in, though. As Gauff backhand. Cirstea slice goes into the crowd. One save. That's a forced error. Great shot, Coco. All right, 30-40. Still a chance for Cirstea to break back. All right, Gauff serves. A fault second serve. I like keeping track of errors like this. Yeah, but this is... I can't do this for every match. I shouldn't have to do this for every match, but the WTA made me do it. As with a forehand from Gauff, down the middle, into the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff with the backhand. To the backhand of Cirstea. It's Gauff. Backhand to the forehand of Cirstea. Gauff gets with her forehand, cross court. And out by Coco. Break again. That was an unforced error for sure. All right. You need clickers to keep track. I know, I need you can buy those, right? I swear you can buy those. You can buy those error thing, like trackers, right? Like there's got to be like a thing that I can like a thing, right? There's got to be, right? I don't want to download an app. I've got enough apps. There's got to be a machine I can buy, right? There's got to be something. Then again, I'm only doing it for this match, so. All right, so here's my count. We got 5 errors from Gauff in this set, 6 unforced errors, 4 forced errors. Castella's hit 5 winners, 10 errors, and 4 forced. So we're talking 10 winners combined and 16 errors. So that's not terrible. It's not the first set, 37 errors. No way. Currently, we're at 16 combined errors. Combined unforced errors. Forced errors, 8. I reckon they put the errors together. I reckon they put the forced errors with the unforced errors, and that's why the number was inflated. No way that was 37. All right. Nice serve from Castella. By the way, Castella's got one, has hit, I think, the 3rd most aces this year. She is a serve bot. Yeah, big trades. They don't have that for Android. Even though they promise it every single year. They just don't have an Android. All right, serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Return into the backhand of Castella. Gauff. Backhand up the line. Castella gets back with the forehand. Into the forehand of Gauff. It's Castella backhand again to the forehand of Gauff. Castella. Again with the forehand to the forehand of Gauff. It's Castella forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Castella backhand. Into the forehand of Gauff again as Castella drop shot. Gauff's going to get there. Castella with a lob. Goes in the net. Nice work from Gauff. That was a forced error for sure. 15-0. Hey, Christopher, thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate that. And also thank you, Tanius, as well, for both becoming members at the same time. Appreciate that. All right, 15-0. As a return goes into the backhand of Castella, backhand of Gauff slice lob. Castella with a smash. Gauff puts it back up into the sky. And then Castella misses it. That's an unforced error, big time. Bad error. It's a terrible time for Castella to hit that too. 15-30. Michael, appreciate that again. For the 50 gifted. 34 errors from Castella, 20 for Gauff in the match. Are you sure? Are you sure? As Castella gets the 15-40. Sorry, Gauff gets the 15-40. Castella with another error. I can confirm that if Gauff's error, if she's hit 6 errors in this set and 14 in the first, then 20 makes sense by their numbers. But we'll see. Maybe they heard us. And that's why they're keeping track. Like, oh shit, he's onto us. All right, 15-40. Second serve into the forehand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Castella. Gauff. Forehand up the line. Castella with the backhand. Gauff. Backhand up the line again. The forehand of Castella. Gauff forehand again. Into the backhand of Castella as Gauff gets it back into the backhand of Castella. Gauff backhand again. The backhand of Castella. Gauff. Into that Castella backhand as Gauff backhand again. Castella goes up the line. That goes out. I'm going to call that a forced error because Gauff hit a pretty hard shot. All right. All right. Gauff's going to serve for the match to make the final. Coco serves. By the way, Michael, who's your favorite player? Just curious. Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite tennis player? Has a bit of serve now. The back of the Castella. That goes out in the return. That's a forced error, and that is 15-love. All right, 15-love. Gauff serves again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Castella. Return. Goes into the backhand of Gauff. Castella. Backhand down the middle. As Gauff forehand up the line of the backhand of Castella. Gauff wins a point. Castella in the net again. I can tell you this. Castella's at 13 errors by my count in this second set. 30. Michael. Jannik Sinner, okay. As Gauff, good serve. She brings up 3 match points. Thank you again for the 100, Michael. We've already got a Sinner emoji. Maybe we'll have to have another one. Match points, Coco, to make the final. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand, Castella return. To the backhand of Gauff. Castella with a forehand cross court. Gauff gets it. Up the line to the backhand of Castella. Gauff, forehand again. Cross court in the forehand of Castella is Gauff. Forehand up the line again. Castella backhand. Cross court. Gauff gets it with a backhand up the line. Castella with a forehand on the stretch. Gauff forehand up the line again. Castella with a lob. Goes in. As Gauff forehand from the baseline now. Backhand Castella cross court. Gauff gets up the line again. Castella forehand on the stretch. Is long! Coco wins! Coco's in the final. Good performance too. Good fight back. And they hug it out of the net. Castella had a great week. But Gauff is just starting to play like a French Open winner. Title defense looks okay now. She's making another final in Rome. Back-to-back finals in Rome. And she will take on the winner of tonight's match between Svitolina and Swiatek. She's lost to Svitolina recently, and Swiatek looks good. So it's going to be really interesting to see who she plays, Coco. She might be the favorite in the final, though, the way she's been playing, depending on tonight's result. But she might be the favorite. I don't know. Swiatek might say otherwise. All right, GG's. So by my count, 5 winners, 6 errors in the second set for Gauff. 6 winners, 13 errors Castella in the second set. That's my count. So if we subtract that, so it's 36 errors for Castella in the match. All right, so if Castella has more than 36 errors in this match and Gauff has more than 20, somebody made a mistake because I was watching that like a hawk, except for like the 2 seconds. By the way, Michael, do you work for the WTA? Is that why you're distracting me? I think Michael was trying to distract me. GG's. Good win by Coco, especially because these two have played twice already this year and both with 3-setters. So Gauff made that look easy. All right. If you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. We've got a couple of hours till the next match. Whoever wins the final is surely going to be the French Open favorite. It's got to be, right? Thrift shop next week with all that money. Yeah. No, that's going straight to the boss over here. Can we watch Coco's doubles? My voice is shredded from yesterday. I really want to take the opportunity to shut the hell up for two hours, to be honest. I don't really want to yap for 2 more hours if I can avoid it. I can already feel like my throat's just real, like it feels like I've strained a muscle. So I don't really want to do 2 more hours of tennis if I can avoid it. When we've got matches tonight that could be loud. I don't need a nap. I just need to not speak. All right. I want to see this error and win account, chat. Don't do it. We need you in top form for the French. Pace yourself. Yeah, that's why I don't want to. Like yesterday wrecked me. Yesterday was brutal. We had the rain delay, then we had the smoke delay, then we had the long matches, and I was shouting. Like yesterday kicked my ass. So I'm glad that these matches haven't been too crazy yet. Because I need to just not speak out loud for like 2 hours so I can rest, recover. All right, Coco into the final again. Smoke delay was like probably like 30 minutes, I think. 30 minutes. All right, here we go. What are the stats? 38 errors for Cirstea. Okay, so they gave her 2 more than I did. Jeez, that's not fair. Gauff for 20. Okay, so they got Gauff right. So I've got, okay, so if we minus mine, 38 errors Cirstea. Okay. 14 winners. Did Cirstea hit 8 winners in the first? She did, didn't she? I said 8 winners and 8 winners, yeah. That means Gauff hit 5 winners in the first. Gauff hit more winners in the first. She hit 6 winners, didn't she? I swear Gauff hit 6 winners in the first. I thought Gauff hit more winners in the first. Maybe, obviously not. Or maybe they missed one. You know what they might have done? They might have said that Gauff hit a winner instead of an error. They might have taken a winner from Gauff and given it to an error for Cirstea, maybe. I don't know though, chat. This is pretty. I got Gauff right, but I don't know. The Cirstea winner errors are a little bit. I don't know. I feel like 38. Did they give her a couple more? I don't know. She hit 13 in that second set, but they're saying she hit 15. I don't think she hit 15. I didn't count that. I counted 13. So, yeah, Gauff with 1 double fault, by the way. Phenomenal serving. We've talked about this. We talked about this at the start of the match, and we didn't jinx it. So no jinx. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, we're talking about how good Gauff was serving. Yeah, Gauff, again, her serving has been phenomenal. And we got a top 10 clash in the final. So that's fun. $38 is a lot of points. I know, right? That's why I thought there's no way that Cirstea hit that many errors. It didn't even feel like the first set was that filled with errors. I mean, the second set had 19 errors. Are you telling me that the first set had 40 errors? Like, no way. There's no way that there was that many errors in the first set. They're never letting us have Raducanu Gauff. Nah, that's, you know the rules. Raducanu Gauff is a no-no. You're never allowed to have that. That is an impossible matchup. You're never allowed to have that match. It's not allowed to happen, you know? No. Not allowed. Not allowed. Illegal match. Illegal match. Yeah, it's illegal. Yeah, Gauff's got 2 French Open finals and 2 Rome finals now. Yeah, you're right. Coco plays double at 5 p.m. UK time. Cool. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to stream it. I might watch it, but I'm not going to stream it. I'm not going to stream it. The final will be entertaining. Oh, yeah. Sure will be. Did Raducanu collapse or did Svitolina started playing unreal? Raducanu didn't take her chances. Like, she had that many break points. She didn't break enough. She had so many opportunities to break. Like, she let herself down, really. She had so many chances to break in that match. It was an easy match for Coco today. Nah, it wasn't easy. I mean, the first set she was down a break. She was almost down more than that. Like, you know, it was, 4-2 and Then Coco fought back, and then second set was, I wonder how much the delay helped Coco as well. Wasn't it a great time for Cirstea? Like that little bit of a break in play. She did get one of the breaks back, but she did get the break back, I should say. But yeah, she didn't. That break in play at 3-2, when she'd won 2 of the last 3 games, was a little bit awkward. Swiatek and Sinner going to win Rome? Maybe. Swiatek's been looking crazy, though. Like, so crazy. Svitolina turned up the heat in the second. Yeah, Svitolina did play well, too. I mean, we shouldn't just be saying that that it was all Rybakina's doing, but Rybakina let go a lot of chances. There was a lot of chances missed by Rybakina to get back in the match, but also to get to make it even again and put pressure right back on. But the next match, Coco can't start late. There's no catching up if she goes down a set. Yeah, she needs to win the first set of the final for sure. Because Svitolina, she's got the edge over Coco, and Swiatek gets the first set. I mean, good luck. Whose forehand's more powerful on clay, Swiatek or Gauff's? I'd take Swiatek's forehand on clay. .37 win streak. Swiatek might be back. She's been playing so good. We need her to play Coco, though. We need her to win tonight to take on Gauff in the final, because that is that's the kind of match that we haven't had on the clay yet. We haven't had one of those matches yet on the clay. We really haven't had. I mean, we've had top 10 clashes, but we haven't had like French Open favorite clashes, really. Like Sabalenka hasn't played Rybakina or Swiatek or Gauff. Gauff hasn't played Swiatek or Rybakina or Sabalenka yet. Andreeva's played Rybakina or Swiatek, but that was at the first week of the clay season. So, and Swiatek hasn't played Sabalenka. So we need Coco Swiatek to just kind of know, okay, well, what does the French Open look like? Because we haven't had those, the favorites play each other. Now we have had, top 10 players. Like this week we've had, Svitolina versus Rybakina. We've had obviously Coco played Andreeva, right? Andreeva's the only one that's played against, the top 4 players, right? She's played 3 of the top 4. And she's beaten one of them and lost the other 2. So you'd probably put her in the top 5 favorites, but not in the top 3. And then we had Pegula getting wiped out by Swiatek in the match yesterday. But in Madrid, we didn't have any. Do we have any top 10 clashes? No. Because Andreeva played Baptiste, not Sabalenka. Gauff played Noskova. Rybakina played Potapova. So we didn't have any top 10 clashes last week. So that's hard to judge, the favorite of the French. That's what we needed this week. And then obviously we had a couple of top 10 clashes back in Stuttgart. Andreeva versus Swiatek, Rybakina Andreeva, even Svitolina Mukova, Gauff Mukova, because I think Mukova is technically number 10 now, right? So yeah, we have had a couple, and then like Svitolina. And Svitolina should be the dark horse of the French. I think we should be. If we don't know who the favorite for the French is, it's opened the door for players, the lower ranked players outside the top 5 for a chance. Maybe maybe it is a Svitolina's opportunity, or Andreeva, or Kostyuk, right? If Svitolina wins today, she'll end up being a favorite for the French, but that's a different story. We're going to wait till that happens. Next match is in a couple hours. No worries. See you later, Deb. What matchups do we want to see at the French? Roland Garros semis. It depends on the finals. I think we'll answer that question on Monday. I mean, I want to see Swiatek play Sabalenka or Raducanu, which she will in the semis. Maybe Sabalenka Swiatek. That'd be fun, especially if Swiatek wins Rome. And then maybe Coco Raducanu or maybe Coco Andreeva. I feel like the WTA. I mean, there's so many matches you could put together, and it wouldn't matter. There's so many great matchups right now. You know. Prediction for the Medi match: Medvedev in 3. Medvedev in 3. Keys is currently down a game with a delay. Oh, yeah, she's playing a challenger, right? I'd like to see Andreeva Krejcikova. Ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah, career high ranking or career high equaling high ranking for Cirstea. Cirstea equals, yeah, her career high. Svitolina has reached her most quarterfinal slams. Has reached her most slam quarterfinals at Roland Garros. There you go. There you go. Hard to believe she's never been in the top 20. I know, right? I mean, Cirstea's been. I mean, she's obviously been around for so long. But she's lived in the shadow of Halep, right? I think, we can all agree. I mean, I can remember firsthand when Halep and Cirstea both broke out, Cirstea definitely got the more attention early. Like, she was like, the Romanian Sharapova, right? She definitely got given that label a little bit when they first broke out, because Halep and her are the similar age, right? Romanian tennis, they both sort of. And they didn't get along. Like they were not friends throughout. They only connected when Halep was banned and Cirstea came to her defense. So, and that was super, super weird because we're like, oh wait, I thought you didn't like each other. But yeah, and it's the comparisons obviously between, who's the best Romanian player is going to be Halep, is going to be Cirstea. Cirstea got a lot more press early. Halep started winning and then everyone's like, oh wait, hang on, it's her. So the comparisons, she lived in that shadow forever. And maybe that did affect her. Maybe that's why she didn't get to top 20 earlier, right? Even though she's not there yet. But maybe that's why she wasn't top 20 in the 20s, right? When she was supposed to be. Because there was that comparison to Halep and the pressures of being, the next big Romanian superstar, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But hey, look, if she gets there, it's phenomenal for her, right? It's what a great way to end your career by getting to your career best ranking. She's had her career best result this week by beating Sabalenka. So yeah, I mean, it would be so cool for her to do that. It'd be so awesome. That'd be so cool. Like to see a rematch with Kostyuk and Andreeva. Yeah, imagine that was like the 4th round at Roland Garros. That would be fun. I don't know about you, chat. Do you feel like this French Open could be one for the ages on the women's side? It feels like we're kind of building up to that, right? Like, we're building up for a French Open for the ages that we're going to remember forever, because whenever we go to a tournament like a slam and we don't have a clear favorite, right? We don't have a clear, obvious, favorite. No, you don't, Greg's? Okay, fair enough. Nope. I don't know. I just feel like it could be one for the books. Like, we could be getting to fourth rounds, like I just said, with Andreeva Kostyuk, right? And getting these like insane battles that could be finals worthy in like the middle of the tournament. Well, I feel like we could be really getting a good one. On the men's side, not so much, because obviously Sinner's dominating and there's no one who can beat him. But on the women's side, it just feels like we could be heading to something like one of the most memorable French Opens we've ever had. With Swiatek back in form and Coco back in form and Sabalenka are back into being the ones to beat. And then you got Andreeva getting good and Svitolina and, I don't know. I just feel like it could be the WTA side of things. The French Open could be cinematic. Yeah, I know last year had the 7 out of 8 quarterfinalists. Yeah. So it's going to be hard to top that. But I'm talking like more matchups. Like, maybe it's going to be closer than... Because last year's French Open was amazing for both sides, right? Obviously, the men's final was epic and the women's matches were crazy. But I don't know. I just feel like going into a slam with no clear favorite just kind of... I don't know. It just feels like we could be in for something crazy. Also, the Rafa, retirement party, right? I don't know. I feel like it could be setting up for something crazy. All right, I'm gonna get out of here anyway, because my throat is so stuffed. I'm going to not talk for 2 hours, so then I can talk for more hours. But make sure you join us for the night session, because we've got Landalucci taking on Medvedev to see who plays Sinner tomorrow in the semis. And then we've also got Swiatek Svitolina to see who plays the final against Coco Gauff, who is in the final of Rome again, which is absolutely incredible. Michael, will I be streaming the next match? Yes. I think you broke the pirate. That's why the pirate's not speaking. Pirate's in shock. Yes. We're going to be watching Medvedev Landalucci, and then we're going to be watching the women's semifinal. We're watching all the matches from now on in the singles. And thank you again, Michael, for your generosity. That's very kind. To not only just the donations, but also the gifting memberships and sharing, getting people into the membership. That's awesome. By the way, if you did get a gifted membership, join the Discord. We have a members-only Discord that you can join, even if it's gifted. So if you get a gifted membership, you can join the Discord. And then you can thank Michael for getting entry to the Discord. The pirate needs some lemon tea. Yeah, the pirate's already left. Yeah, the pirate passed out on rum. But yeah, jump on over, and we'll be back in a couple of hours to watch Medvedev Landalucci. But Coco, back-to-back finals in Rome, 6-4, 6-3. She takes the win against Cirstea, and she is into the final. And we're going to see who she's going to play, because we've got Svitolina and Swiatek coming up later. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple of hours.